What is up, guys? Delboy here. So Vasyl Lomachenko demolishes Anthony Crolla in 4 rounds to retain his WBA and WBO lightweight titles. This was a one-sided affair from start to finish. This really was a dominant performance from Vasyl Lomachenko. In the first round, Lomachenko was applying a lot of pressure with his feet. He was coming forwards, making Crolla retreat. Lomachenko was feinting on the front foot, which confused Anthony Crolla. Crolla was retreating with like a high guard. He was keeping his shape fairly well in the first round. He was defensively responsible, but he didn't really show any offense, and Lomachenko won the first round. Lomachenko was probing with his jab, and also he landed a couple of good right hooks to the head and body. So round one, clear Lomachenko round. Round two was more of the same, with a bit more offense from Lomachenko. Again, Crolla on the back foot, high guard, trying to soak up pressure. But, the angles, the variety of Lomachenko was just too much for Anthony Crolla to really deal with. Round three was when Lomachenko really started to go through the gears, giving Crolla those angles, mixing his attack from body to head, hand speed, combinations. Round three was the beginning of the end for Anthony Crolla. And towards the end of that round, Crolla was hurt against the ropes, I believe, with a right hook. And Lomachenko, once he hurt Crolla against the ropes, kind of jumped all over him and landed a series of punches. The ropes kept Crolla up, so the referee counted it as a knockdown. And due to the way the referee jumped in, Lomachenko actually thought he scored a knockout. And at the time, so did I. But no, it was a knockdown because the ropes kept up Crolla. But Crolla sees out the round, but he's in a bad way. He shipped a lot of punishment in round three. And round four was more of the same. Vasyl Lomachenko smelled blood, and he went right after Crolla, and again letting his hands go, and he finishes with a lovely right hook to the head that drops Anthony Crolla face first, and that was all she wrote. A dominant, destructive display from Vasyl Lomachenko. Anthony Crolla, he wasn't the fight we wanted to see, but he was Lomachenko's mandatory. And when you have a fight like this, that's what you're supposed to do. You're supposed to get him out of there in good fashion, and Lomachenko did exactly that. Nobody's really done that to Anthony Crolla, so good performance, in my opinion, from Lomachenko. There were a couple of things to note. In this fight, Lomachenko, he seemed a lot more comfortable with his right shoulder. In the Pedraza fight, you could tell Lomachenko was holding back on throwing his right hook, which is arguably his best punch. But in this fight with Crolla, you could tell Lomachenko had a lot more confidence in that shoulder. That right hook was looking powerful. He was varying it from body to head. And yeah, it just seemed like he had confidence in that shoulder again. So that is good going forwards. And yeah, all in all, just a really positive display from Vasyl Lomachenko. He brought the angles, he brought the combination punching, the variety, the power. Just a really good performance from Vasyl Lomachenko. And where does he go next? I would like to see a unification fight with IBF champion Richard Commey. Commey is a big, strong lightweight with punching power, solid basic skills. I think that's a good fight for Lomachenko. We want to see these belts tied up at 135, so why not go for Richard Commey? That fight is makeable. In fact, they were going to have that fight on this card, but Richard Commey picked up an injury, so hopefully they can get that on. As for Anthony Crolla, to me there's really nowhere he can go from here in terms of winning another world title. Maybe he could stick around at domestic level. Maybe he could get a fight with somebody like Luke Campbell. But there's not really much out there for Anthony Crolla at the moment. And maybe it's time for him to call it a day. He's overachieved. He's been a world champion. He's made some good money. I think maybe Crolla should hang the gloves up, to be honest with you. I don't really think he's got too much to offer at this stage. But all in all, he's had a lot better career than I expected. So credit to Anthony Crolla, credit to Lomachenko for a great performance. I'm looking forward to seeing what he does next. Share your thoughts below. What did you make of Lomachenko's performance? Peace.